All right, good morning. Let's begin as we always begin. Just do our little centering. You know what to do. Close your eyes, line the spine up, line up those energy centers, and go right to your belly breathing. And take a moment to invite the sacred to flow through your passions today and allow it to flourish. Let's gently open your eyes and bring your hands to the heart center. Think of that phrase. Bring it into your internal awareness. And line your hands up at your heart center and press that forward and out into the universe, out into your world, your personal acquaintances, and friends, and family. And then lift it up, to the higher self, and then bring it back to the heart. Then hands to the throat center, so it will infiltrate through our speech, and then press that forward and lift it up and go back through the heart to the throat. And then to the brow center, so let it come into our thoughts and press that forward and up through the heart chakra and the throat and the brow. And then touch thumbs to that brow center for right thought. And then to the throat for right speech. And to the heart for right action. And then lowering your forehead to the fingertips. And just bow to the higher powers. And gently release from there. So today, a little bit of eye exercises. We've been kind of ignoring them a little bit. So let's get back to eyes. So extend that right thumb, that's the middle of the clock, and bring it up to noon. So remember, your chin stays level and just the eyes move. And then bring it down to 6. You might want to take that a little slow too. And then back to 12 o'clock. Up to 3. And then across to 9. So the eyes follow the thumbnail. And then bring it to the center of your clock. And then up to 1 o'clock. Diagonally to 7. And center. And then 11 o'clock. 5. Let your eyes follow. And then center it. And then nail to nose, cross the eyes. And press back. Do that 2 times. Nail to nose, in, press back. All right, so relax your hand, close your eyes, give them a brief rest. And then open, extend the left thumbnail center, and we'll do clockwise and counterclockwise. So 12, and then all the way around. We'll do a little test after this and see what you come up with. All right, and then as soon as you hit that 12, just counterclockwise. And then we'll do center and nail to nose again. This is the interesting part. So nail to nose, cross the eyes. Now, when you do this, you're looking pretty much at the tip of your nose. See which side of the nose you can see and which side you can't. Or can you see both sides of your nose? And then now press the nail back, relax your eyes, and try it again. See if it changes. Nail to nose. And look at the sides of the nose and see if you can see equally. When I first started this, I could only see the right side of my nose. So I knew my left eye was weak. And now I'm starting to see both sides. So it's amazing how you can use the eye muscles to help you with your sight. So release, press that nail back, let your eyes kind of refocus, and then relax the thumb, close your eyes, and just give them a rest. So if you found a little discrepancy in that little exercise, you might want to do this a few times during the day and see what happens. Generally, if you do a practice that's trying to work through a body issue, physical issue, do it for 30 days every single day. And I have done that many times and it works. Some even go further to 40 days. They kind of follow the Bible pattern where, you go into the desert for 40 days and, come out transformed. But 30 to 40 seems to work. All right. So past the eyes. Another fun one is squinting just one side of the face. So cover your right side and squint the left. Now, squinting is hard. So what I do is I turn my mouth up like I'm smiling, half my mouth. And then that helps me squint. And then tighten your eye. And this helps facial muscles all around the mouth, eyes, and nose. All right, release that side. Kind of weird, right? Try the other side, and it might feel completely different. And there again, one side is probably a dominant side. All right, let's relax that side. And I know on me, I usually make my facial gestures toward the left. So my left side is actually easier to squint than my right. So just old habits. And then do a full face squint. And of course, the structure of your face too has a lot to do with it. And then open. All right, relax everything. Let's do a neck roll. kind of check in, do a little scan, just do one of them. Chin to chest, let it hang, roll your shoulders back and down, straighten that spine. And think of your head as like a 12-pound bowling ball. And it's just going to hang rather limp. And it's interesting how we work against this motion. We want to kind of tense the neck up and hold the head. Try to work against that and just let it happen. Let it relax. Just breathe smoothly into it. You know, it's these simple little exercises that we create habits over the years. We don't realize it until we bring our attention to it, our mindfulness to it. You know, like we worked in last night's class. And once you bring your mind to it, that's how you can change, make deeper changes. Roll right ear to right shoulder. And then try the same thing. See if you can let go of hanging on that left side. So first it becomes a very conscious decision. And then as we practice, it becomes a little bit more unconscious, becomes more automatic. All right, roll to the left side. And do the same thing. We're going to do this again and see if we can make it a little bit more automatic. Okay, roll to the right side. See how quickly you can release. Should be pretty quick, and then do the left. So it's all these tiny little things that when we have stressors in our life, these are the things that help us remind us that we can let go, even amongst, strife in the world. You know, we can't change the world. We can't change what's going on, but we can change how we react to it. So chin to chest, let the head dangle again. And then come to center and look to the right. Same thing. Chin is level, but what does that little turn to the right do to you? Can you find a freedom of movement in that simple little turn? And then now look left, do the same thing. So that simple turning of the head from right to left, we can soften it, relax it, not speed it up, and be very mindful of it. And then come to center. And then do the same thing with the turtling. So you want to go forward and back. Simple, easy movements. You know, there's so much of joints and glands exercises that if this is all we did, and we didn't do anything on Thursdays or Mondays or deeper postures or more twisting, this is all you need. This and Agnisara is pretty much what we could work the rest of our lives with. But, you know, our minds require more. That's what this is all about. The mind wants more. And that's okay. So we have to kind of pacify it because the mind's not going to give up. We all know that. All right, one more forward and back. And then just relax into your center and notice the change in the upper body, neck and head, top of the shoulders, maybe a little bit. All right, a little bit more down the body. Let's spread the legs a little bit wider. You're gonna rest one elbow on your knee, right to right. Drape the back of your left hand on your lower back. Now work with the left shoulder. Press it back, open up the chest, look up. Very simple twist. Now bring your attention to your breath and smooth it out, even, smooth, deep, calm, slow. Now with that same breath work, start bringing that left arm up over the face without changing the breath. Keep it the same rhythm. And then open up the left side. Now, as we switch to the other side, pay attention to your breath, keep it the same rhythm, and switch. So often when we first start a yoga practice, an asana practice, it's, popping into the pose, popping out of it, and that's very natural, very normal, because that's how we work through life. But this teaches us that there's a different way, and we get actually more done by being mindful and slower, less mistakes, and we become happier. So now start bringing that left or right arm up. And see what happens as the breath just stays relaxed. And stretch the right side open. All right, then release that arm to the knee again. So you're just kind of resting gently and spread the legs open a little bit wider. And half forward fold. So now think of drawing the top of your head away from the hips. Very simple, but it's the thought process that elongates that spine. And then slowly come up. Now working with the chest, arms out at a T, and then open, and just gently look up. And what does this mean to you? What conjures up when you do this? And then exhale it forward. And inhale it open. So when you come forward, tuck your tailbone and chin. And let's hold it here. Just palms together, reach forward, straighten elbows. Breathe, gentle breathing. Nowhere really to go. Now what we'll do, take the right arm and extend it past the left fingers. So your left fingertips are going to end up inside the right palm. Now slowly switch. So now that your right fingertips are going to be inside the left palm. Now that left arm is extended out from the shoulder. And then now bring both your palms equally touching together. And then both arms overhead. So stretch up. It will do the same thing here. So bring that right palm up. And then switch. Left arm extends fully. Palm to palm. Press the palms together now. Now interlace behind your hips. Relax those shoulders. Just a gentle, what's the word? Interlace it. Just gently roll the shoulders. Do a couple of them forward too. All right, now we're going to strengthen the shoulders a little bit more. So lift your hands off your hips. And now release them back to hips. And roll the shoulders again. Couple back, couple forward. Let's try that again. Hands off hips. Chest is pressed forward. Let's look up this time. Keep the breathing soft, easy, even. All right, relax the hands. Do a couple rolls. And then let them dangle to the side. And just shake it out a little bit. All right, we're going to step the feet wide one more time and both hands to the floor. And then the same thing as we did earlier. Left hand, back of the hand to the low back. So we're deepening this look up. And as you know, you're going to switch to the other side. Visualize that, keep the breath even, and go ahead and switch. Notice the difference. How you're paying attention to that movement. As simple as it is. And then pay attention to releasing that hand back to the floor. Press your palms down and look forward. Same kind of thought process. Just watch as it happens. The more we do this, the more we become aware of things without making mistakes or hurting ourselves. And then elbows to the knees again, half forward fold, lengthen. Arms out at a T and inhale it up. Let's do a full upper body stretch. Reach. Come into a back bend. And just simply relax out of that. All righty, let's come to standing. So, let's start with crossing the right foot over the left. See if you can line toes up. And then work with equal weight on each foot. Let's start there. So let the body just shift, back and forth. Doing its natural thing, that's okay. And then begin your forward folding. So your fingertips will eventually touch the floor. And just let them touch, just the fingertips. Keep that equal balance and start to roll up. You're going to try that again. So fold it forward, take your time. It's not getting there, it's the process. So touch those fingers. Now, if you feel that you can go deeper, see if you can do more of the fingers or even the palm. And then roll up from there. We're going to stay on this side. And the next time we go down again, all right, start your forward fold. Let the fingers touch. And then once you're there, gently move them to the right. We're just going to walk to whatever your limit is. Walk your fingers to the right. Keep equal weight in the feet. And walk them to center and then to the left. Just take your time. Kind of like when you watch a bug, moving from here to there. Some of them are kind of fast, but some of them just take their time. And then back to center. Come back up. Reestablish balance in both feet, and then back to standing. Okay, shake that out. We're going to do the same thing across the other way. All right, so now left over right. Toes line up if you can. Get that equal weight. Stand up nice and tall. Then just start your forward folding. And let's just do fingertips first and then palm. So we don't want to push, press, or pull on the body. Roll back up. So even though you can, just do the fingertips. And then back down again. Try deeper if you wish. And if your fingertips don't touch, put something underneath it so they can. All right, roll back up. As soon as you got a little bit more of the fingers or palm touching, come up. All right, rebalance. Come back down. And then we'll bring both hands to the left, center, and then right. And just take your time. Kind of like maybe a turtle is probably more than a better analogy than a bug. We're being turtles. Or a snail. All right. On the other side, if you haven't already. Try to keep that equal weight in your feet. So there's a lot to think about. And then center. And roll it up. So notice how rolling up, you have to really keep that balance on the feet. And then step it out. Just breathe. So you'll notice you'll feel a lot of energy running through the body, just that simple little exercise. And another simple one is if you have a wall or a chair or a railing or something that you can just let it assist you. You don't have to if you don't. You can do this without hanging on. So it's just a hip adduction. So all we'll do is weight in the right foot and then extend that left leg out. But what we'll do is just do it a little bit. And then back to center. And then a little bit more. In center. And then try a little bit more. Now keep trying until you come to that point where it doesn't go. Do that a couple times. All right, balance both your feet. We'll try the other leg. So start small and work up. This way. And then bring it out to that highest point. And then relax it back down. Okay, we're going to challenge that this time. So weight in your right foot, hang on to your toes of the left, or big toe hold, or all the toes, either one. Come out to the side and straighten your leg out as best you can. And then release the hold and let it go. Reestablish center. Try the left side. And when you let go, that's the control part. Don't let it flop. Hold it up there and release it slowly. That's the adduction exercise, or part of the exercise in this. And you'll notice a really nice freeing of the hip joints when we do it this way. Another thing is going right into squat. So either use the back of your chair or go on your own, and try to stay off the toes and just keep it flat-footed. So whatever it takes to do that, and then come back up. Try to do it unsupported. And do that 2 or 3 times. Use the glutes and the quads to bring you down and up. All right, and shake that out. Okay, let's do our sun salutation. So we kind of got away from doing that one sun cell with the variations. I'd like to get back to that again. So that's a chair version. So find your balance, hands to your heart. We'll take this nice and slow, so forward press, and then up and back. In a nice swan dive, hands and forehead to the chair. Right foot steps back. We're going to drop the knee to the floor and look forward. And here's where we'll start our variations. So straighten the knee. Press the right heel to the floor, straightening the leg. And then dropping the torso closer to the floor. So those are the 3 variations. So let's try that again. Drop the knee, stay looking forward, straighten the knee, press the heel, lower the torso. All right, let's do that one more time on your own. And then when you're done with this side, down dog, Come to cobra, hips to the chair, but look forward, not up. Open up the shoulders, spread the hood of the cobra. Look forward. We won't look up in this version. Go back to down dog. Let's try that again. Forward. Open the shoulders. Down dog. Let's try one more time in a cobra. And back to down dog. All right, let's step the right foot forward. Now we're working on that left lunge. So drop the knee, look forward first. And then straightening the leg, the heel, and lowering the torso. So do that 2 more times. And you take your time. Keep your gaze forward. Keep the chest open, the shoulders soft and relaxed. The neck is all juicy as you're working through the lower part of the body. All right, if you're done, if you're not done, keep going. But if you are, gently step to forward fold. Three nice breaths. Inhale it up. And return it all to the heart center. We just take a moment of observation here. We're going to go into a standing forward fold. So just bring your hands in front of you. Slip them down towards the floor. One hand in front of each foot. Now gently come into kneeling. Keep your toes tucked and bring your right hand to the right heel. So before we move the left arm, see if you can balance the shoulders level to the floor. See if you can get some movement into the chest to flatten your back so it's parallel to the floor and your chest is looking up. You can try that a few times, kind of get the feeling of moving the chest. And then on that third time, try, lift the arm up and over, and then balance the chest and the back and the head. And then come up. Let's try that on the other side. So it's left to left. Look at the chest and the shoulder first. Just let your right arm dangle. It's okay. And just relax out of it and try it again. See how much movement. If there's tightness on one side and not on the other, here's your clue on something to work with. And if you get it pretty level, bring that right arm up and then allow that to level you out. You don't have to let your head hang back if you don't want to. So we're working just with chest and shoulder. And then come up out of it. Take a rabbit pose. We'll stretch out that low back, top of the head to the floor. Hips are up. And then come up and come to seated. So once you get to seated, easy pose and do that postural correction. You just kind of hang onto your knees, press the chest forward, shoulders back, chin level. Connect with breath, smooth it out if you need to. Take this moment to be inspired through your own genius. Good time to radiate love and happiness. Imagine that it's extending right out that chest center. Beam of light going in all directions, not just forward. Forward, back, side to side diagonals, just like we do with the eyes, all directions. So the word chakra means wheel. So a wheel is like this, and like this, and like this. It goes everywhere. In fact, a better description is toroid. If you look up the word and you can see an image of it, you'll get an idea of what that means. T-O-R, oh wait a minute, toroidal. I forget how to spell it. You'll figure it out. All right, transition back to your knees. And use the seat of your chair again. As we step that right foot forward, we're going to brush the shin against the chair and extend the left leg. So kind of a modified monkey, and I really like this version because I don't let myself go too deep into it because you don't really need to. So hands to your heart center, work with the left leg. And then interlace behind the hips. Keep that left leg as extended as you can. Now just create a little back bend, not much. So incremental that you wouldn't even be able to see it. All right, gently release and switch. So same thing, working with the right. You keep your toes tucked or flat, it really doesn't matter. Just center here first. And then try that interlace version. And keep your attention on the front right hip and thigh. And then just a teeny back bend, just a little one. All right, let's relax out of that. Come back to seated. And this time, we'll keep our legs spread comfortably wide. It doesn't have to be, in fact, don't let it be really wide. And then bring your right hand to the left toes and extend your left arm behind you. So this is turning. We've done this a lot. We'll break it down just a little bit. So if you take your time and look at your back hand, turn your eyes, you're working eyes, neck, shoulders, arms, chest, back. Just hold here and gaze. And now center yourself and switch sides. Just keep it even and gentle and even nice soft movements. Go into it slowly. And find that same posture where the eyes and the neck, everything is working. And now release back to center. One hand on each foot, half forward fold. And on your way up, think about coming onto your backs. So we'll go into reclined pigeon pose, the one that I do every morning. So to begin, right ankle of that left knee, rest the left thigh. And we'll take this slow as well. So once you got a hold of that left thigh, draw it in very slightly and release it. And do that several times. So we're not trying to draw the legs toward the, I mean, we are, but very little. It's a very tiny movement. And you can coordinate it with your breath. And then everything becomes very rhythmic, very easy, highly effective. All right. Probably about 10 times that I've done it. So let's switch sides, do the same thing. And of course, this is all about noticing. So when you switch, what felt different? Or did you just mindfully switch because that's what you were supposed to do? So it's always keeping the attention on the task at hand. Just understanding the bodily movements, understanding the mind, the breath, how the prana follows it. energizes and brings meaning to all of it. Awareness is healing. And that's something you could ponder the rest of your lives. All right, if you've done about 10 or 12 or 15 of these, release out of it, straighten your legs and rest. And you'll notice that you need a rest. We'll end class with just some simple leg lifts. So if you would bring your legs in a little closer together if they're not, and bend your right knee foot flat on the floor. We're going to point the left toes up skyward. Bring tension into that left leg from the glutes all the way down to the heel. So the left leg is tight. Lift it up about 3 inches and lower it. Now, what you want to do right now is what just happened. You lifted your left leg. Did you use the right leg to help it? Try it again, see what happens. If you did, which you probably did, lower that left leg. Now isolate the left leg from this right and try not to use the right leg as you lift the left leg. Completely different movement. And then lower it. Now keep trying that, lifting that left leg without using the right muscles, the right leg muscles. Takes a little bit of practice. Keep relaxing the right leg as you lift the left. Keep going. So you'll be using the lower abdominal muscles, the left hip, and the left leg. Right leg is totally just watching, just kind of taking it easy. All right, so you got that down. Rest. So now you know what's coming. So when you bend that left knee and you flex the whole right leg, see if you can start that first movement without using the left leg muscles and lower. So we're going to raise and lower several times. While you're doing this, see what muscle groups you're using. It's very fascinating. And this is why these slow, simple movements are so effective in gaining so much knowledge about your own personal way you move through life. All right, let's rest that right leg, straighten out the left. Take a breather. We're going to flip over onto our tummies. We don't have much time left. We're going to just do this, the tummy version, very quickly. So rest quick, shake it out. Roll onto your tummies, and you can come up onto your elbows or rest your head, whatever feels comfortable. This feels more comfortable for me, kind of like cobra. We'll do the same thing. This time, point your right toes, engage your whole right leg, point the toes, and lift the right leg up, but try not to use the left leg. Each time you lower that leg, you want to relax it completely. So you're tensing and relaxing. All right, try the other leg. And that tensing and relaxing is a very profound lesson. All right, keep focusing on relaxing the opposite leg, tensing and relaxing the left leg. And then now roll onto your backs. You only have a minute left. So within that minute, fully relax the body. Go into Shavasana. And in 60 seconds, relax the body and the mind. Now very quickly, very gently move fingers and toes. Roll to your left. Come to seated. Just take a moment here to recalibrate. Breathe deep. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.